We are the one, the light in the dark. One heart, one world, one spark. We are the one, together we rise. One dream, one voice, one sky.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Women Empowered Across the World. And this is our podcast. And I have amazing hosts with me today. I have Megan from South Africa. I have Melissa from Texas. And I have Jackie Zaccoli from everywhere, but she resides in Arizona. And I'm Carol Witt. And I am in Florida, and my heart is global. And we have another amazing guest. Her name is Ange. And Ange, I don't know how you say your last name. Can you say it?
Umuhoza.
Umakosa?
Umuhoza.
Umakosa. Hosa?
Yeah.
Umahosa.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
we are excited to hear her story. She's going to inspire many. Thank you, Ange, for joining us. Come share.
Thank you. So my name is Ange Umuhoza. I live in Austin, Texas. I am originally from Rwanda and I'm also like a global citizen. I am a mom, a content creator, and the founder of the Rwandan Village Project. This January, we celebrated our 6 years, six, seven, 25 minus 18, 7 years, right? Yeah, we celebrated our 7 years, helping families in Rwanda with education, helping parents to become self-sustainable. And this year is going to be the biggest because we are reaching for the biggest milestone. I'll be explaining about it soon. Um, so I was born in Rwanda and I lived from Rwanda to Belgium where I had most of my adult life and then followed my husband to the United States. Um, I am obsessed with content creation, YouTube, and my new obsession right now is podcasting. Um, I um, I also love children so much so that I wanted to have my first kid at 16. I was like, I want to have my kids as soon as possible, and it was just childish. After the genocide in Rwanda happened in 1994, there were a lot of children in the streets. And I was just 9 years old. When the genocide happened, I was 8 years old, going to nine. And I find orphanage like the funniest thing. I was like, in my mind at that time, it was clear I can't like birth as many children as I would like to have. So I would always tell my mom, I want to have an orphanage. I can have this many kids with me playing all the time. And it never left my mind. And somehow universe just listened to me and around 2003, my mom got a job in the biggest nonprofit organization in Rwanda, and I started working with her, going with her to visit families, to just like track everything, really hands-on with her, and it was the most enjoyable thing I could do at that age. But before that, I would just like beg people. I would see a pregnant lady and I would be like, "Can I babysit your kid?" I once took somebody's kid to school. The kid, she was that kid. I remember he was probably like 4 or 5 years old, and he loved me so much. And I was walking to school, and he was crying. He wanted to go with me, and I was like, "Okay, let's go." I took him. Luckily everyone saw me going with the kid. That when the mom started worrying, they were like, "Oh no, no, no!" Everyone calls me Mimi. They were like, "Oh, Mimi took the kid." So the mom come to school like, "Now can I have my kid back?" But it was crazy. That's really like I love kids so much, and it never changed. And it was clear since that age that I want more kids that I can have on my own. Somehow it's crazy that I only have two kids. But the 36 kids of my nonprofit, I call them my babies.
Oh,
And
mm.
I just started saying, okay, I'm auntie because I'm like, okay, wait, they have their own parents. Maybe don't call them your babies, but respectfully don't do that. And so I worked with my mom. Then I moved to Belgium when I was 18 years old. And the very first thing I told my mom, I'm starting a nonprofit. Go take pictures of all the kids that needs help and everything. I probably have one of the oldest Facebook group trying to just support those kids. Now they're men and women, I guess. And everyone will just donate books. I'll be like, books are so heavy. They don't need only books. They can't do anything with books. You're giving me books in French, and they're speaking English in the country at that time. It's not gonna work. And I was a student, and being a student in Europe is no joke. You are so broke. And I would enroll my like schoolmates, like, let's start a nonprofit organization. These are the requirements. We need to be five, six. And they will all come look at me like, okay, we want to do it, but we have $0 in our pockets. They will come to my meetings, and like, when I think about it now, I'm like, that was so fun. We were so broken. We didn't even know what it was to have a non-profit. But fast forward, when I came to the United States, I just like lived my life, enjoying life, and to probably see, yeah, 2 years later, one of my friends died suddenly, and she had lived with me. So I knew all the things she wanted to do in life and everything. And I was like, oh my gosh. She was young. I was young. I think I was in my 32 years then. And it was just like a wake up call. Like, she just died, and all her dreams and aspirations are gone with her. What
Mm.
am I doing with my life? And at that time, I had started a YouTube channel, and I was nannying. Um, and everyone was like, what can we do to repay you back from all the content you're giving us, all the teaching, or teaching cooking, skincare, all the good things in Kinyarwanda. And there were not a lot of people teaching those things. And I was like, if I was reading Lisa Nichols' book, and that book, she was saying, if you die, and an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, and a third person, they come to your funeral, what would they say about you? Would they know about you in the business world, in the philanthropy world, and your best friend? Would they say you lived your life? Would they say you were successful in business? Would they say, were you helping?
Mm.
And I kind of started setting my goals from that side, from like that view. And the nonprofit idea, helping the kids, was the big thing that came back to my head. And I know kids goes to my mom house. When I visit my mom, kids just come. You wake up, kids are sitting at my home. They call my mom Shangazi, which is like big auntie. She will always have like books, toys, food, and everything. And um, there was I see all those kids sitting at my mom's house. Now they see me. They really didn't know about me, but when I went, they'll be like, "Oh, that's auntie's daughter," and so they will help me when I come back home with groceries and stuff. And I'll be like, "Why are they not at school?" Mom would be like, "They're elementary school kids, and nobody is helping elementary school kids."
Mm.
So when all that happened with my friend, I was like, how about we start with those kids? How how are we expecting to help them when they go to high school or middle school if they never did elementary school? Because most of nonprofit will help people like that live with HIV, genocide survivors, or if you're part of a church and then the church is helping you. But the general population that just don't have means, they don't find organizations that help them. So it's like, okay, let's start with those kids. And I went on my YouTube and I was like, this is what I want for my birthday. I want you to help me start my nonprofit organization. And the grandmother of the little boy I was nannying, she was like, I'm going to match up to 2,500, which at that time it was half of what I needed to put kids in school for a whole year. So I was like, what? Why would you even do that for me? Like she wasn't even my boss, she was the grandmother. And that was very encouraging to know that half of my effort is going to be taken care of. I just have to do the half. So we started with my YouTube subscribers and the help of that lady, and we sent kids to school. They had like a Christmas party for the first time. Um, then I can't forget this. I will never forget this. I was so naive. I made budget for school materials, shoes, clothes, and stuff. And then like I was like, so why are the kids still failing? And my mom was like, these kids, like the teachers were like, they're failing asleep in class because they're too hungry.
Hungry.
And the day that news hit me, it
Uh,
was like a Friday after
uh,
working and everything. And I just went live on my YouTube and I was like, this is happening. And I couldn't talk. I was just crying. And I was thinking about my own kid at that time. Like, if my kid goes to school without eating, like, how would I feel as a mother? I had to stop the streaming because I couldn't stop crying. And then everyone just called me like, why are you making us cry? In 3 or 4 days, people were just like donating enough to provide breakfast for the kids. So that went on the mission, on the goal of the organization. And now I have kids that have finished high school. I have the little ones that last time I saw them, they were little boys. Now, when they talk, they sound like men. I'm like, who's the guy there? They're like, oh no, it's just him. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I can't stand next to you. You guys are going to be taller than me next time I see you. Um, I just love seeing them growing, becoming these teens, and one of the girls talked to the president of the country when she graduated. I was shaking like my baby is talking to the president. um, yeah. So I don't know how much time I still have. I lost
oh,
track of
you've got
time.
about 5 more minutes. Oh, please. Share more with
Okay, yeah. So let
everyone.
me let me circle back to what I said was going to be the big challenge of this year. So the non-profit goals were, let's put kids in school first so that parents don't worry about kids, and then let's get parents educated, and
Oh,
then let's find them business. But by all means, even if we get them like to get a skill and get a business, the biggest challenge worldwide is housing. Can we like cherry on the top, get them housing when all of those things are taken care of and graduate them out of charity? So they have businesses, they have housing, and they're taking care of themselves and their children. So that's this year's challenge because we have been doing this for 7 years.
Ah,
And looking at the big content creators, I'm like, can we just use like content and mobilize people to just watch content and use ad revenue to do that, to build homes? So this month of February, I just started a challenge of posting every day, telling people, watch this video. That's all you got to do. And come back tomorrow and watch tomorrow's video. And let's see how much money we can get from you just coming and watching before you even donate. And let's see if we can build homes for those families. And what else can we do?
wow. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. Woo. Okay.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Oh, what? What an amazing story. What an
Thank
amazing
you.
story. Oh my goodness. Uh, whew. Okay, so does anybody have questions for Ange? Yes, Megan, go ahead.
Thank you, Carol. Ange, thank you so much for sharing that.
Oof.
I know all of us could feel the love in that story. And
Mm.
I love the fact that I'm sitting here chatting to you because you and I seem to be on such parallel missions. You've done it a few years ahead of me. I've just registered my youth academy with the same thinking in mind, and I've gone through
Yeah.
so much of the same process. And as I say, just a little while after you, in the last 6 months, I've had to upend my business model purely because my kids were too hungry to learn. And so I'm
Mm.
through exactly that same process that you've been through. And I love the fact that you also recognize that the parents need to be educated and supported, right? And that's a big focus in my world as well. Love
Mm.
the approach. I'm a content creator too. So yeah, there's so much to be talking about. I'm
I
definitely going to be reaching out to you and seeing how we can support each other. But just wanted to say firstly, thank you for doing
mm.
what you do and the way that you've so clearly poured yourself into it. But
Thank you.
also just acknowledging you for the fact that you didn't ignore that calling of loving kids, from the get-go. My husband used to get embarrassed walking down the street with me because I would try and take people's babies and speak to everybody's babies and be sitting across the way from someone in the bus and playing with the baby and end up with the baby on my hip. So I know the feeling. And I love the fact
Yeah.
that you just didn't ignore that calling and you still with it. So
Mm,
well done and keep doing what
Thank
you're
you.
doing. All right.
Thank
woo,
you.
woo. Oh my goodness. Ange, that is absolutely amazing. Okay, Melissa has a question for you.
Hi, Ange.
Mhm.
I
Hi.
I know Ange. We've been friends for quite a while, and I love her big, beautiful heart. And in working with some of the Rwandan immigrant parents, helping them with life insurance and asking that question about if their parents are alive, and so many saying no because of the genocide. I think about how these children are growing up without grandparents. They're growing up without a major part of, their history and just the community and how much it suffered because of it. And I know that Ange knows each and every one of these 36 children by heart. We sit
Oh,
down and talk about them, and I hear their stories. Oh, this is this person. And when I heard the story about the little girl speaking with the president, it was just so exciting to see someone go through, hardships and overcome and be able to contribute in that way and to be proud of herself as well, to have some pride in the fact that she's doing something that she wants to do to make an impact. And so on,
Mm.
I just want to ask, First off, I want you to drop all your contact information in the chat so that people can
Yes.
contribute to your social media, campaigns and any other ways that they can contribute and participate. But I wanted to ask you, do you have a revenue goal for this big vision that you have for this year? And is it okay to share it?
Oh
Because
my gosh,
you put
you
it out
have
to
to
the
hold tight because it's okay. It's like a scary number, but it's not also scary for someone who has a house in America or knows how much housing is.
Mhm.
But basically, for 10 families,
community.
um, it's going to take $200,000 to build them homes, equip them, and as a content creator, also have content for marketing for later.
10,
uh,
10
yeah, so
families? Did you say 10
10,
families?
10 families.
2,000?
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So the 200,000 will include like building them houses, but also setting like a little cooperative business that can
Oh,
be bringing
I
income
was going to
into.
ask about it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
beautiful. Oh,
I love that.
yeah.
And then who would you like to connect to? Who are the people that you want to be connected to that we may have resources for?
mm,
Oh,
yeah.
your most influential person. Like, make a list of three most influential person, someone who would like to hear about this, who would be like, okay, let's see where it goes.
Mm,
Right now, like this most influential person, if they only share
Mhm.
so that more eyes and more ears can be on this challenge, that would be the very first step, the biggest step for now.
mm.
Love it. Thank you
Yeah,
so much, Ange.
you're welcome. Hi.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, Jackie has her hand up. Then I have a question for you. Go ahead, Jackie.
All right.
Well, the obvious is open up the chat.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. She has to remind me all the time to open it to everyone. Thank
That's the
you.
obvious. That's the
Mhm.
obvious.
Okay, we're good. Good.
Okay. The second most, oh, Chi-Chi. Morning, Chi-Chi.
Yes.
Um, the second is you are obviously an amazing
Uh,
inspiration to so many. It's just so beautiful of what you're doing, of course. Um,
Thank you.
Between Carol and I, we probably have the answer to literally everything that you need.
mm,
And I'm not even exaggerating at all.
Oh my
It's a
God.
matter of talking to each of us. We have the resources in all those areas for
right.
you. So you don't
Yeah.
really need to go any further as far as finding the people that have the influence. You got them on the screen. So it's a
Mm,
matter of
mm,
finding a way. And I think the most important, and you are doing it, by the way, is to
mm,
be sustainable yourself. Learn how to not be a charity case.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, go find it yourself
mm,
with the people that you've helped, with the parents you've helped,
mm.
with the people in the community. And your podcast and your YouTube, whatever you want to call it, is doing that to a degree, but it's also to teach those parents how to be self-sustainable. So with that concept, Carol and I have a way for you to do all of that. We just need to be able to plug you in to
Mm.
literally that network to be able to do
Oh my
that.
goodness, yes. Yes.
So, yeah, really, there's nothing much else to say. It's a matter of just positioning you on the path, really. You know,
Well, I'm
you
ready.
know that,
I
don't
am
you,
so
Megan?
ready.
It's a
Oh
matter
yeah.
of just placing you on that path,
My
which seems
goodness.
to be exactly what it is that we do, because all of that maturation will come as you
Mm.
take each step to be able to go to helping them to become self-sustainable.
Oh, yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think you've told us you need money, which is going to be for you to do and them to do. Who do you want to know? Well, you've got that. Anything else that you need?
Um, Someone who is not gentle, like someone who's gonna give me tough love when needed. Because sometimes I get so scared. I think I'm taking that out of my system. I'm basically like I quantum leaped into a different timeline of my life where everything is yes. From like the Yes Man movie, I'm like, this timeline, everything is yes, but I need someone who'll be like, no, you doing this out of fear, you chickening out. Melissa will tell you, I create businesses almost every week, ideas, and all those ideas is to avoid this big, scary one. And so someone who will be like, okay, so you say you were doing this, why are you not doing it? You said you'll be posting every day. Why I didn't see you post today?
Oh.
You know, tough love because like,
Accountability.
nah, tough love.
Tough.
I am a baby, and like, if you gentle with me, I do nothing. Yeah,
I love it. I totally love it. So,
thank you.
okay, so I have a question for you, Ange.
Yes.
So, I run this program and it's free to all of Africa. And I want to offer that to your Rwanda
Yeah.
community. Please, please come and take advantage of it. It's a Zoom, it's 10 weeks, and I teach mindset. It's the biggest deal. And I help them distinguish what's stopping them in creating
Mm-hmm.
businesses, in creating what they want, in going after their goals and dreams.
I
I
love
them
that.
distinguish what's stopping them so that they can then create something that's so much more powerful. And I would love for your community to be a part of that. So I want to offer that to you. And I put my information in where they can register for free. Our next course is May 22nd, and it's for 10 weeks.
Okay.
We would love to have you participate and be a part of that. Oh my gosh. That's
Well,
that's
lady, I'm
one
gonna
thing
get
I
you
can offer.
busy.
That's one
I'll get you
thing.
busy.
Yeah,
So
just
I'll get you busy.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that
Thank
is
you so
one
much.
thing that I can offer, but I can offer so much more. And I want to connect you with some people, some big people on LinkedIn that I'm connected to. And let's just see what happens. But oh my goodness, your story is going to be so powerful and so inspiring. And we're just going to get it out to everyone that we can. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much. I really love that. And it's
Oh,
happening like at the right time.
mm,
Melissa, like, she told me about like today's spot when I'm like day two of my challenge on social media everywhere. And I was like, okay, because you have been telling me about the podcast for so long, but it's almost like it's a manifestation of what is happening in my life right now. But
mhm.
I'm like, okay, you may call me the Lulu on social media. You may think I'm crazy, but at this point, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to take this big, unusual, I'm not calling it crazy anymore, unusual idea to the grave with me. So
I
you are
love
happening
it.
at the right moment. Thank you
I
so
I love
much.
it. Please make sure you put your information in the chat so that we can all connect to you, your social media, your YouTube. We want to subscribe to you, please. And please subscribe to our channel. And
Yeah.
Chi Chi, hi, welcome. Welcome. We want to bring Chi Chi in. Oh my goodness. How are you?
You know what? I feel incredibly wonderful. Just look at her smile, those dimples, you know?
I was
I know it.
seeing your big
She
smile
doesn't
when
even
you
have to
came in.
open
I was
her
like, look
mouth.
at that big smile. I saw
No.
yours
Goodness.
too.
You
Oh,
know, I think you're not Lulu, you're not crazy. The most
No.
is being able to accept your own challenges, right? Because when people think you're crazy, that's when you create the best impact. So, and just
She
take it.
knows that well. She does that
I
well.
love that.
Yeah, Chi does that well. A lot of people think she's crazy.
Oh,
So, Chi Chi, make sure you put your information in the chat so that you two can connect because you two need to connect with one another, okay?
this young girl said the Lulu is the Solulu. Basically, like being delusional is the solution. And I was like,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
sir. We're
No,
gonna go with that.
no. The people
Um,
that do that with me, I say thank you for sharing. And will you congratulate me when I get it done?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I love that.
Thank you.
Okay, really?
Yeah, there's
Oh,
another thing I want to add to that. Your dream may be someone else's craziness, right? But being able to just pursue it, then when you become successful, then they're looking at you like, wow, we thought she was crazy. So believing in yourself and believing in your own ideas is very, very crucial to your own success. So don't ever
Mm,
whatever you're doing as being crazy. Crazy sometimes is the way you get it done. But being able to follow your heart. And again, for what you said, remember, self-care equals to self-love. And one of the
yeah.
usually talk to women about is about knowing your worth. What is your worth? Once you know
Mm,
your worth, then it doesn't matter what the world is thinking. What matters is you know who you are, you know what you believe in, and you have that confidence in yourself. Once you have that, you're good to go, sister.
thank you so much. You
Chi
won't be the first. It won't be the first time.
Chi brings the juice. I love it.
Love
She's a
that. I
juice
love the
lady.
energy.
Oh my goodness, Chi Chi, I love your energy. I absolutely love your energy. I'm so glad you joined us today. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the perfect one for you to join us on. Yes, absolutely. All right, so guys, we've got to end our call. I want to just thank everyone for one of the most amazing episodes. Guys, if you love these episodes, please share them. Please share them with everyone so that we can get this out and it goes viral. And so she can absolutely realize her goals and her dreams for what she is up to. And it is not Lulu. It is absolutely full of possibility for people's lives. And
It
people
is.
will get behind it, I promise you, Ange.
I'm trying to screenshot all your information.
Okay, good.
I don't know if your Zoom sent transcript.
I can save the chat for you,
Yeah.
Ange. And
Yeah, we can
I
save it.
would love that. Yes,
Okay.
thank you so
All right.
much.
So
Yeah.
please, guys, this is another episode of Women Empowered Across the World, and it's our podcast. And please subscribe to our channel and please just share it so that she can realize and support these families. $200,000 for 10 houses. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Let's do
Yeah.
this. Let's do this. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I'm
everyone.
going to offer if you ever have a question about social media, especially YouTube and my new obsession podcast. Oh my God. Like, just reach out to me.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I run 4 of them, so I really understand, totally understand.
Oh my gosh, I
I
love
cannot wait
that.
to subscribe to yours. Cannot wait. And I'd
Thank
love to have
you.
you on one of my other podcasts. So I'll be reaching out to you. We'll talk, okay? Thank
All
you,
right.
everyone, for another amazing episode. And we do these Mondays and Fridays. If you would like to come and share your story with everyone, have this platform be your voice to the world, please reach out to one of us. We're all over LinkedIn. Reach out to one of us and let us know you'd like to be a guest. Thank you, everyone. Have a thriving week. Bye.
Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Instead of this war, there's no divide. Peace and love on every side. No